is your girl Wakeji Kamore, and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. Today we are going to be looking at chapter 6 and chapter 7, and the reason why I want to combine this is because Job is the one who is speaking in these chapters. If you haven't read these chapters for yourself, by the way, tusikosane, just pause this recording and read those chapters for yourself. It's actually not long. One of them has like 30 verses. The other one has how many verses? The other one has like 21 verses. See refu. And then the two lines are like really short, like the verses are really short. So please pause this recording and read those two chapters for yourself so that then we can start speaking about them. All right. So in chapter 4 and 5, we saw Eliphaz speak. So let me first take it back. In chapter 3, Job vents and says, Aisha wasn't born, basically. In chapter 4 and 5, Eliphaz speaks and says, me, I've seen by experience, I've even had a dream. People don't suffer because they are innocent, they suffer because they are sinners, or maybe there's something that they have done wrong, and you are being corrected and you're being disciplined because there's something that you have done wrong. Basically, hapo ndo tumefika. So we are going to be looking at chapter 6 and 7, where Job responds to Eliphaz. And the long and short of chapter 6 is basically Job saying, man, take a look at me and the things that I'm going through. Do you really think that I am that strong, that I can take these troubles, that I can take this grief quietly? Like, do you think I can just sit here and go through the things that I'm going through without saying a word? It's basically Job saying, Eliphaz, you're not... Like really, you don't see that I have a right to make noise. You don't see that I have a right to complain. You don't see that I have a right to cry out and to feel overwhelmed because of the things that I'm going through. It's basically him saying, wewe, ni kama huoni zile vitu napitia. So let me just read the whole of chapter 6, and he says, then Job answered, I wish my suffering could be weighed and all my troubles put on a scale. They would be heavier than all the sand of the sea. This is why my words are so crazy. He's basically saying, I am heavy laden with grief and with troubles and with, misfortune. And this is why my words sound crazy. And this is why I am venting, saying I wish I wasn't born. He's trying to explain to his friends that, man, you guys, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. I need prayers. Like, really, that is basically what he's saying. And his friends don't seem to be seeing it because all they're saying is, you must have sinned. That is why you're going through this and you just need to repent. Like, really. I'm just like, I'm only disconnect up. And that is what Job is saying. And he said, God, all-powerful, has shot me with his arrows. My spirit feels their poison. God's terrible weapons are lined up against me. Even a wild donkey does not complain when it has grass to eat. A cow is quiet when it has food. Food without salt does not taste good, and the white of an egg has no taste. I refuse to touch that kind of food, and it makes me sick. I wish I could have. So basically he's saying, even cows don't moo when they have food. Even donkeys don't make noise when they have food. They moo when they have no food. So if a cow can move just because it doesn't have food, how about me and the troubles that I'm going through? How about me and the fact that I have lost my children and my property? How about me, the fact that I am unwell? Like, to what extent am I allowed to moo? Like, even bigger than, louder and crazier and even longer than a cow should moo if he didn't have food. Basically, he's just saying, nobody keeps quiet when they are going through trouble. And then he says, I wish I could have what I ask for. I wish God would give me what I want. I wish he could crush me. Just go ahead and kill me. Then I would be comforted by this one thing, that even through all this pain, I never refused to obey the commands of the Holy One. So basically, Job is saying, I wish God would just kill me. At this point, instead of extending this punishment for longer, or these misfortunes for longer, or these troubles for longer, I wish he could just kill me now. At least by now I haven't not obeyed his word. By now I've not cast him. So akiniua sahi, at least niko na chances za kwenda heaven. Basically that's what Job is saying. I wish God would just crush me, like now before I probably cast him. Now that I haven't cast him, now if he killed me now, I would have a better chance to, seeing him and whatever and going to heaven, quote unquote. He says, with my strength gone, I have no hope no hope to go on living, with nothing to look forward for. And why should I be patient? I'm not strong like a rock. My body is not made from bronze. I don't have the power to help myself because all hope of success has been taken away from me. Friends should be loyal to you in times of trouble. This is why I was telling you guys where Job is saying, at least other watu wengine, they have friends that are loyal in times of trouble. Even if you turn away from God, all-powerful, but I cannot depend on you, my brothers. You are like a stream that has no water when the weather is dry, but it is flooded when the rain comes. In the winter, it is choked with ice and melting snow. But when the weather is hot and dry, the water stops flowing and the streams disappear. It basically saying that these, my friends, are not useful to me now that I'm in trouble. Like when you need water, from a stream, when it's like hot and dry, that's when the stream is also dry. I'm like, I'm on side D. I'm on side D. That's basically what Job is telling his friends. You're like streams that when it's hot and dry, you are also have no water. You have no water to give me. It twists and turns along the way, and then it disappears into the desert. Traders from Tema search for it. Traders from Sheba hope to find it. They are sure they can find water, but they will be disappointed. Now you are like those streams. You see my troubles and are afraid. But I have asked you to help me. Did I ask you to offer a bribe for me from your wealth? No, I've never said save me from I never said save me from my enemies or save me from those that are cruel. So now teach me and I will be quiet. Show me what I have done wrong. Honest words are powerful. Basically, Job is saying, you guys, I'm not asking you to help me with your wealth. I'm not asking you guys to share your wealth with me. All I'm asking you guys to tell me is to teach me or tell me, this is what you went, this is why you went wrong. This is what you did that was wrong, that has caused these troubles. Instead of just keeping saying that people don't get punished when they are innocent, tell me what is my problem, what is my sin, what is my mistake. That is what Job is telling them. He's telling them to use honest words because honest words are powerful. But your arguments prove nothing. Do you plan to criticize me? Will you speak more tiring words? Are you the kind of people who would gamble for orphans and sell out your own friends? Now look me in the face and see what I'm telling is the truth. You need to start over and stop being so unfair. Think again, because I am innocent. I am not lying and I know right from wrong. And basically saying, mimi sijafanya makosa yoyote. I haven't done anything. You guys look at me and tell me what it is that I have actually done. Let's look at chapter 7. Chapter 7 basically, just the long and short of it is saying human existence is futile. Like, what's the point of living? Like, Job says he's loathing his life. Like, there's nothing to wake up to look forward to. Hakuna kitu. I mean, seriously, honestly, it makes sense that there's nothing to look forward to. He's like, my children are dead, my property is dead, me, I'm unwell, I am full of wounds everywhere, I'm filled with maggots. Like, he basically is saying that he loathes his life. And rightfully so, honestly, rightfully so. And says, people have a hard struggle on earth. Their life is like that of a hired worker. They are like slaves looking for a cool shield or a hired worker waiting for payday. Months after frustrating month has gone by. I have suffered day and night after night. When I lie down, I think, for how long? How long before it's time to get up? The nights drag on. I'll toss and turn until the sun comes up. My skin is covered with worms and scabs. It is cracked and covered with sores. My day passed by faster than a weaver's shuttle, and my life will end without hope. God, remember, my life is like a breath. I will not get a second chance to enjoy it. Those who see me will never see me again. You watch me for a while, but then I am gone. Just as clouds that come and go. People are put in the grave and never to rise again. They don't come back to their old homes, and people there would not know them. So I will not be quiet. I will let my suffering spirit speak. I will let my bitter soul complain. Am I one of your enemies? Is that why you put a guard over me? My bed should bring me comfort. My couch should give me rest and relief. But when I lie down, you scare me with dreams. You frighten me with visions. Basically, what Job is saying that anyway, he doesn't even have a moment of rest. Because during the day, of course, his body is aching because he has scars. I mean, he has worms, he has scabs. And even at night when he wants to rest and say, oh, finally, maybe I can close my eyes and find rest, that even then, he's not finding rest because he has scary visions and scary dreams. So he's not resting day and night. He's tormented, basically, to say. So I'd rather be choked to death than to live like this. I hate my life. I give up. I don't want to live forever. Leave me alone. My life means nothing. God, why are people so important to you? Why do you even notice them? Why do you visit them every morning and test them at every moment? You never look away from me or leave me alone for a second. You're always watching us. If I sinned, would that hurt you? Why have you made me your target? Have I become a problem for you? Why don't you just pardon me for doing wrong? Why don't you just forgive me for my sins? Soon I will die and be in my grave. You will search for me and I will be gone. Basically, what Job is saying in this chapter is that he hates his life. He's not getting a moment of rest and he would rather be dead. He would rather be dead, or if God sees that he did something wrong, I'm samehe too. It's just like, just forgive me, man. Like, just forgive me before I die, because soon I'm going to be dead and you will search for me and you will not find me. I feel like this is not a very new feeling for people, or new frustration for people. There are people who have gotten to a space where just feel like their life needs to just end. And I mean, we've seen a lot of suicide cases of late. We've seen a lot of people who have given up on their life just because of the things that is happening to them. So this is not new. This is not something that is happening now that never used to happen in the Bible. I don't know that to take comfort in that, or to just know that someone wanting their life to end is not unheard of, is not something that, that is far-fetched, because we see Job wanting his life to end. I think the only thing that he doesn't do is that he doesn't want to take his life for himself. He's just like, God, kill me, just kill me. He's not going to take the life for himself, which is always and will always be the wrong decision. It will always be the wrong choice. But the feeling of I have nothing to look forward for, I have nothing to live for, that is not a new feeling, and we see Job going through it. And I think one of the things that I can learn from this chapter is that even if we are hurt, even if we are, in pain, that we should always talk to God. We should always keep the communication doors open, the communication paths between ourselves and God open. Because we see Job talking to God, even if it's in anger, even if it's in anguish, that he's still talking to God. He's still telling God, Aki kama nimekukosea, si unisamehe tu before I die. As in, seriously, even my sin, how does that even hurt you? I feel like he's so human. Like, he's just like, okay, fine, I might have sinned, but even if I sinned, how does that hurt you as a God who is all powerful and almighty? Yani imekuumizaje mpaka umenifanya nikuwe target yako? How has it hurt you so much that it has made you make me your target? So I think one of the things that I'm learning from this chapter, from chapter 7, is that even if we are hurt, even if we are going through difficult times, it is important for us to keep the communication line between God and ourselves open. Hata kama zile vitu tunasema ziko in anguish, hata kama zile vitu tunasema, it's just, like just expressing how much pain you're feeling, of expressing how God is pressing you, or how God is just like, just keep the communication line open. Keep speaking to God, even when you're in pain. Keep speaking to Him. That's it for today, guys, and thank you so much for listening, and see you tomorrow.